Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. I would like to give a special thanks to HGreg Nissan for providing with the Nissan Rogue. If you're in the market for a Nissan, you can come check out HGreg Nissan and ask for Gaby. She will get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's talk about the Nissan Rogue here. As you guys can see, it's right behind me here. This is the SL model. This does come standard with front wheel drive. If you guys want all wheel drive, is going to be an additional option. But looking at the front styling here of the Nissan Rogue, it does have this aggressive look to it. It looks very boxy and very rugged. This also has the large V-motion grille, which is front and center. There is some chrome accents here on this vehicle. I also love the silver exterior paint. It looks really good with the chrome accents. There's the Nissan emblem is front and center. It does house the dynamic radar cruise control, also with forward collision warning. This does have lane keep assist with blind spot monitoring. There's also the front facing camera underneath the emblem there, as you guys can see. There's front parking sensors here. Also with LED fog lights here at the lower part of the fascia. These headlights here are going to be an LED combination with an incandescent turn signal with an LED daytime run light with these multi-reflector headlights here with an automatic low and high beam. There's also this opening here to put an air curve with the brakes and wheels. But looking at the side profile here of the Nissan Rogue, the wheelbase here is at 106.5 inches with an overall length of 183 inches. That's shorter than the new Hyundai Tucson, which is even longer compared to the new Nissan Rogue here. But looking at these tires and wheels here, these are a 235/55 Bridgestone tire. The wrapped in is a 19-inch rim design. I do like the silver with the gray insert here. It looks really good here with the silver exterior paint. There's more of that chrome here around the window wells. Also here at the lower part of the door panel. This is LED sight marker here on the mirror cap. And my model does have this large panoramic sunroof as part of a package. There's also these aerodynamic roof rails here. But making our way to the rear of the Nissan Rogue, looking at these taillights here, they're a LED combination with an LED brake light with an incandescent turn signal and reverse light. There's this rear wiper here to keep the rear glass clean. There's the Nissan emblem here, also with the Rogue name spelled out. And there's the SL badge to signify the trim level that you have. And there's this aluminum skid plate here so you won't scuff the actual bumper. And there's rear parking sensors. And Nissan says you can tow around 1,500 pounds properly equipped. But open up the cargo bag here. Since my model is the SL model, it does come with this power opening trunk here. Once it opens up, it reveals 36.2 cubic feet of space. And underneath here, Nissan does give you some underfloor storage. And you can also lower down the floor storage here if you would like to expand the cargo to a little bit more. And once you fold down the rear seats here by this handle here, that expands the cargo to 75.9 cubic feet of space. So it's not class competitive, but it's really good cargo numbers here on the Nissan Rogue. But overall, let's hop into the interior of the Nissan Rogue. Sitting inside the interior of the Nissan Rogue SL, this does have the SL Premium package, which includes this 9-inch display. Also this large panoramic sunroof above me, also with the Bose audio sound system. But this interior looks really nice. Keep in mind, Nissan, they did redesign and update the Nissan Rogue for 2021. But reach over here to shut the door of the Nissan Rogue. The push button start is down here. My model does have that 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. The gauges will do a nice sweep, and you're greeted by this Nissan Rogue icon there in that 7-inch display. You can get a 12-inch digital display if you guys go for the Platinum model. Unfortunately, that's the only model that gets that full digital display. But looking at the door panel materials, there's going to be a nice soft touch ejection molded plastic. There is this aluminum accented door handle. There's your window and lock controls here. It is auto up, auto down, only for the driver, but not for the rest of the windows. There's 2-person memory seats. There's more of that aluminum trim here on the dashboard. This is for the active lane keep assist. There's your dimmer switch down here. Also for the trunk release, there's a lot of blank buttons. If you guys go for the Platinum model, Nissan will fill these buttons up here, of course. There's also the hood latch down there at the lower part of the floor. There's also additional storage and cup holder space here. And this is a manual tilt and telescoping wheel. It does offer a decent amount of range and adjustability. There's the headlight and turn signal stock there, also with the fog light housing there as well. It does have paddle shifters to cycle through that CVT transmission. There's the volume control here. You can also customize the 7-inch display via the scroll wheel here to show you different stuff like your speed limit sign, also your driver's assistance, which includes forward collision warning, blind spot monitoring, and also lane keep assist. There's a sync and a track button there. There's a Nissan emblem here on the airbag cover. Over is for the driver's assistance. This does have adaptive cruise control. And I love the flat bottom wheel design here with the aluminum painted trim. The steering wheel does feel nice to hold in my hands. And my model is missing a heads-up display. You have to go for the Platinum trim if you guys want that feature. And like I mentioned, this does have that Bose audio sound system as part of that SL Premium package. This is a 9-inch display, as you guys can see here. Very big and very bright screen. The touch response is very snappy and responsive. Going back here to the Nissan interface here, You click menu. As you guys can see, this is kind of like Nissan's older interface here, but they did update the color and also the response here. As you guys can see, it's very responsive here. But going back here to the Apple CarPlay, as you guys can see, I love the way this looks. You can use the USB-C or the USB port or even the wireless function, so that's really nice that Nissan offers that. You can only get that in the Hyundai Tucson, which offers a wireless function, but you have to go for a lower model in order to get that wireless feature. Like I mentioned, this push button start. There's a 12 volt down here, and my iPhone 12 Pro Max does fit here. I only have it connected because I'm trying to charge my phone right now. And looking at the key fob here, this has the same corporate Nissan key. This has the logo up top. This remote start mode, a lock, unlock, a trunk release button, and also the panic buttons, the same corporate key that Nissan has been using. Putting the Rogue into reverse here to switch up on this trigger. And I love the way that this transmission shifter looks here. As you guys can see, you're greeted by this top-down 360 view. There's trajectory with distance markers. There's front and rear parking sensors. I kick it down here to drive and to go into manual mode, and you press P for park. There's electronic parking brake and auto hold. There's your drive mode selector here, which shows you sport, standard, and eco. If you guys go for the all-wheel drive model, you have different modes to basically go off-road. This also has 3-level heated seats. I think Nissan does not offer cool seats at any price point, so if you guys want that cool seat function, you have to look at the other competitors in this segment. There's the hazard switch there, also with the air vents, and there's some shortcut buttons over here. The materials on the dash are very nice, high quality materials, nice stitching, and it does have that two-tone color combination with the black and brown. Looking at the glove compartment here, it does offer a decent amount of storage in there, a very large glove box. And the seats in here, they're very supportive and very comfortable. I love the way that they feel. They're one of the best seats that I sat in this segment. Above me is going to be incandescent lighting, also with this large panoramic sunroof here as part of that SL premium package. And open up this, it does reveal the sunglass holder. And open up this is a double hinge opening center console. There's a little bit of storage there. It's pretty decent size, but there's no 12 volt or USB ports in there. You can also put some items down here if you would like, because Nissan does have a lot of storage in this vehicle. There's more than nice stitching. But overall, I'm very impressed with this cabin. It does feel very premium in here, and it looks very premium as well. But let's hop into the back seat of the Nissan Rogue. Getting into the back seat of the Nissan Rogue, as you guys can see here, the door opens extremely wide here, so you guys have any children or a child seat, they can access the back seat here a little bit better. But getting into the Rogue here, as you guys can see, I do have a lot of headroom here, even with this panoramic sunroof cutout. There's also a nice view here that you get from the sunroof. There's going to be incandescent lighting back here. There's also this grab handle. Looking at the door panel material, is going to be a carryover from the front. There is this manual sunshade. I think this is the only competitor in this segment to offer that manual sunshade. There is some aluminum trim here on the door panel. The armrest is going to be nice and padded. I love the stitching here. There's also additional storage and cup holder space there. As you guys can see here, like I mentioned, the door opens extremely wide here. But looking down here, Nissan says you get around 39 inches of legroom. This is not best in class. If you guys want best in class legroom, you have to look at the Hyundai Tucson that offers around 42 inches of legroom. And there's also 2 mount pockets back here for storage, as you guys can see there. There's some features back here, which includes these rear air vents, also with your own set of climate control. This is a USB Type-C, also with the USB port. And surprisingly, the full back here is not flat. There's this hump here because the model is front-wheel drive, and the seats are very supportive and very plush. But putting this armrest down here, it does reveal 2 cup holders and a nice area to rest your elbows. But overall, I'm very impressed with the Nissan Rogue's back seat. It does feel very spacious and very comfortable. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the 2021 Nissan Rogue SL. This has Nissan's one engine choice, which is Nissan's 2.5 liter inline 4. This makes 181 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque. It's up 11 horsepower and 6 pound-feet of torque. And Nissan, they did update the Jatco CVT to give it better ratios. And also for fuel economy, this has 26 in the city, 34 on the highway, and this does come standard with front-wheel drive. The Nissan Rogue, as it sits here, it weighs around 3,300 pounds. If you guys go for the all-wheel drive model, Nissan Rogue is going to add more weight to the vehicle, and it's going to drop the fuel economy number down to 1 to 2 mpg, and you can tow up to 1,500 pounds properly equipped. And this is the only powertrain that you can get. Like I mentioned, there's no hybrid or no plug-in model here of the Nissan Rogue. So starting off in the 2021 Nissan Rogue SL, this is the model I think most people are going to go for because you get the Bose audio sound system, you get a sunroof, you also get really good driver's assistance, which includes forward collision warning, lane keep assist, also with blind spot monitoring. So this is a model that I would particularly go for because you have all these nice features. I love the two-tone color combination with the black and brown. And my model also has this 9-inch display which supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, or you can use a USB-C or a USB port. I'm just driving the Rogue here. When I first got in this car had 0 miles. I'm sorry, it didn't have no miles on the digital gauge cluster here. So this thing was completely in its reserve stage. And I went to the gas station. It took $42 to fill this car up, and you have around 430 miles of cruising range. So the range is really good, especially if you guys were to take this car on the highway. It might surpass that number of 430 miles, but since gas is expensive right now, it did take $42 to fill this car up. Like I mentioned about the SL here, you can get all-wheel drive, which will be an additional option. And this has Nissan's 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, which makes 181 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque. So that's an 11 horsepower increase, and also 6 pound-feet of torque increase as well. So they did up the horsepower and also torque numbers. The driving wise on the Nissan Rogue here is really good. You have a really good visibility of the road. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable. And Nissan does give you this toggle here to basically to switch to the drive modes. You have standard, sport, and eco. So we're gonna put this vehicle into a sport mode. Keep in mind, this does have the jack code CVT, but over the years, Nissan, they did update the transmission for performance and also for fuel economy. And with CVTs, you guys know, us journalists, we don't like CVTs because, as you guys heard a little bit, it does buzz into the cabin. But to put basically pushing this car here, even though it makes 181 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque, this powertrain is just really good, and this is the only powertrain that you can get. Unfortunately, Nissan does not offer a hybrid or a plug-in hybrid. Some of the other competitors do offer a hybrid powertrain. So if you guys are looking for something to get better fuel economy, which this vehicle does get really good fuel economy. Fuel economy for the Nissan Rogue here is at 26 in the city, 34 highway, and 29 combined. That's really good fuel economy numbers for this vehicle not to be a hybrid vehicle, but you can get better numbers if you guys go for the Honda CR-V hybrid or the Toyota hybrid or even the new Tucson hybrid. So if you guys are looking for that hybrid powertrain, you have to look at the other competitors in this segment. The steering feel in here is very playful. You can feel what the front tires are doing. Even in sport mode, I wish it had a little bit more heft to the steering wheel, but most people are not going to drive this thing in sport. Me personally, I wouldn't drive it in sport. But this also has an eco mode, so you kind of will be saving a little bit of fuel here and there. But overall, I'm just very impressed. The cabin does have a nice layout. The exterior siding looks completely different from the other competitors in this segment. Like I mentioned, the seats are very supportive and comfortable. They're leather seats. This also has a 3-level heated seat here. You also have a heated steering wheel. But if you guys are looking for cool seats, I think Nissan does not even offer cool seats at any price point. So you guys have to look at the other competitors in this segment if you guys want that feature. Starting price here for the 2021 Nissan Rogue SL with front-wheel drive is at $32,400 with the options and accessories, including destination. The Nissan Rogue SL here stickers for $35,630. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review here. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Drive1Reviews and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you all in the next review.